So there's this thing about men don't cry as an attribute of being a man. Does crying make you less of a man? Be a man, be a man, be a man. Is this a good thing or a problem in our society today? Hello everyone. This is Men's Hangout on Click Naija online channel. Men's Hangout is a program where we discuss issues from men's perspectives. Today, our topic is Be a Man. What's your take on its meaning and significance? My name is Nasir Yunusa, and I have my guys here. At my right is
Remy Okenwa. You're back here again, Men's Hangout, to dissect the issues that has to do with men's activities generally.
correct. And of course, on my right, we have
Suleiman Gane.
All right, follow us on our social media handle for Facebook and YouTube is at Click Naija, and for Instagram and X is at Click Naija1. You can also share our video right now and follow us for more interesting gists. Come on, go to Click Naija page and you'll see more interesting gists. So let's kickstart our conversation, guys. Now, being a man is a phrase often heard in various situations in Nigeria, guys. You know, they say be a man, you know, it's something we hear everywhere. So, what does it mean to you, Remy? Let's start with you.
Nice. That phrase, being a man, it hits differently these days. Those days, during our fathers and contemporary times, things has changed. You understand? If you know, in the past, there were not many divorces. Are you getting my point? These days, you see men stylishly crying when their women has left them. So being a man is no longer easy for a man in contemporary times, in present day realities. So, in advancing my thoughts on being a man, it has never been an easy thing. But it can also be a spiritual phrase and a motivational side of making a man to realize his strength, inner strength, to be able to counter the issues that surrounds our day-to-day challenges. So it has not been an easy thing, but as we proceed in the program, we should be able to analyze and dissect them as we progress. Thank you.
That's for Suleiman now. What does being a man mean to you? And for those watching, please, you can also bring your contribution into the comment section by telling us what being a man means to you. So, Suleiman, let's hear from you.
Well, a remarkable contribution by my brother Remy. And I think being a man is built around so many factors, so to say. Like, I can say that there are some bold and vivid factors. I can maybe mention like three, which consist of being resilient, you know, having the quality of being adamant, and moreover, being focused at all the times.
Okay. Now let's take it further. Let me say, is it a good thing or a bad thing from that statement being a man? Do you see it as a good thing or a bad thing? Remy, you are standby today.
Being a man, depending from the perspective you're looking at it from, it could be good. And when you look at it, when you turn the table around, it can also be a very negative vibe. You understand what I'm saying? It depends the kind of challenge you are faced with. Because we need to be realistic and deal with real issues of life. It has not been easy these days. People, men of our age in the Western world, experiencing different kind of challenges. Unlike we in third world countries, Nigeria to be precise. You understand? Our challenges are quite enormous. So we can't keep pretending. So in direct response to your question, whether if it's a good thing
Or a bad thing.
My brother Nas, not easy thing.
So you're in between.
It's not an easy thing.
Suleiman, are you in between or what?
Well, I cannot say that I'm in between. I can say it's a good thing.
Okay.
Because
reasons.
to me, I think there are some sort of challenges that, as a man, you wouldn't like to encounter. Sometimes when I sit on my own and I think of me being a lady, thinking that there might be a time that will come that I will have to give birth,
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I personally cannot take.
This fear of repeating.
Yeah, I do fear that.
So
Let me take it.
we're together.
Yes. But then, there are other challenges, as Remy mentioned earlier on, that I believe only a man can shoulder such burdens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then, as a man, you have to find a way to be comfortable in your skin. You have to face your greatest fear
Fear. Yeah.
to become the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think being a man is a good thing.
Yeah. Okay. So to you, it's a good thing.
To me, I can say it.
Okay. Let's.
Okay, Suleiman, let me
Yes.
ask. I don't want to toe that line of just accepting the fact that being a man or issues
Yes.
or troubles or challenges is being hit on a man without any sort of ameliorating it by a partner or some government policies. The question is this: what do you think that led some men committing suicide? If indeed being a man, accepting all the issues, all the problems, why do you think some men
Well,
Commit
in the
suicide.
matter of committing suicide,
Mhm.
I think it's not only attributed to men. Oh,
But majority, you see young men jumping into the bridges in Nigeria.
like
When you say young men, yes,
to me, the way I
yes,
see
young
it
men.
is that those people have some sort of mental imbalance.
Okay.
They
You
need
you don't see
you
that.
think it's just mental
yes,
imbalance?
yes.
You don't see that
Okay,
the pressure of being a man. I can't meet up to the bills at home. I can't meet up to his wife demand. I can't.
That
meet up to my
shouldn't
family
make
demand.
you commit suicide. Nas.
Okay.
That shouldn't make you commit suicide. To every beginning, there's an end.
Yeah.
And to every sort of trouble, there's always a way out.
Okay.
It's just for you to hold on, remain steadfast in striving for ways to get out of that mechanic situation.
Okay. Okay.
So if you could, keep striving, looking for possible solutions to get you out of that, situation.
Negative thoughts.
Yes,
Okay.
that vibe of being positive would surely bring, ideas for you to have your way out of those sorts of situations.
Okay.
You would surely get out of those conditions if you seek for a way out. But committing suicide is not going to solve the problem.
Instead, it has created problem in
Indeed.
life.
So the question is this: what do you think that you made mention of something? You said most of those people who commit suicide,
Yes.
they are mentally imbalanced or they have mental issues, right?
Yes. Yes.
I tend to differ from you. That is the reality of things. People were built differently. Just like as you have vehicles. You understand?
Yeah.
You have Toyota, you often heard that you have two cars in the world. Mercedes and every other cars.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's because of the durability of the Mercedes. You understand?
Yeah.
They factored a lot of things in building Mercedes, including shock absorbers. The issue now is this: how were your own shock absorbers built? Once you're a man, it's expected that you must make them by all means. Making it by all means overcoming every obstacles, not only financial. You understand? Every challenge is that suits a man.
Because you're a man.
You understand what I'm saying? But the problem is this. Is it right? No. Must you kill yourself just because you want to please the world? Why you came to this world alone?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to die alone. You understand what I'm saying? Why would you want to kill yourself?
Yes, I've gotten you.
You grab.
Yes.
Stress can kill a man. And it's important we start recognizing that fact.
That's stress.
You understand? Stress can kill a man.
Stress can kill
and we're taking a lot, thinking that we are actually doing ourselves, we are being that good, but being a man, that phrase, being a man, so.
Hold on. Let me catch your breath. Okay. A minute. I will hit the nail on the head. I won't take too long. Now, what I do want you to understand is that for those that committed suicide, had it been they were given good counseling prior to committing that suicide, they probably wouldn't have done it.
Counseling now. When
yes.
you say counseling, I want to understand. I've gone for.
Is it not depression that led them to committing suicide?
Yeah.
No, you know.
Is it?
No, there's
certainly.
Thank you very much.
Let me ask you something.
Yes. All right.
Now, depression made somebody go into suicide. Or now counseling for somebody that they are telling him be a man and go out there to the society and face the challenge. That's what they tell you. Mostly they say go out there. Like he said, from where he comes from, you must go and make it. They just believe that you have come of age, go out there. Do you understand? Yeah. Now you are out there, you're not with your family. You are in the world. You know what it means to be in your family, your cycle. Yeah. Do you understand? Now you are in the world. Go out there and make it, be a man and come back and bring a wife for us. Do you understand the challenges? So this is what many young men pass through. Now some people go out there to the world and see that the world is difficult, and yet they will tell you, be a man.
And all the necessary support.
So support is not there.
Exactly. More especially the reason why government.
But yes, I want you to understand that challenges in this life are endless.
Exactly.
So likely or not, they will come and they will come hard in.
Okay.
They won't stop until you stop breathing.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to understand, for our young people out there, when you feel depressed, do not take any decision. Seek for counseling from any good friend, professionals out there, what have you. Don't commit suicide.
Okay, fine. Now this is now take us to the next question. Now, can you share any personal experience on how the idea of being a man has impacted to you guys as men?
Yes, I have enormous testimonies to share in that regard. Okay. In my own family, I am the last. We are 9. I have all the rest of my siblings are. I'm the last born. Okay.
Wow.
And when we were growing up, those days, in the 70s, sorry to say this. You understand? Yeah, the people we're hearing about were people who have made it. You hear Oliver Diko calling in music, mentioning this person's name, and started doing this, all these different musicians, hailing people that has made it. It was an enormous challenge. And when anybody is doing anything on any occasion, or you'll be seeing limousine. The first time I saw limousine in my village, I was very small. I was very small when I saw limousine. Jeez. Well, after the whole thing, I and my few of my friends, so boy, how do we make it in life? Some were saying, oh boy, whatever it takes, even if just two. Can you imagine? At a very younger age. But later on, we learned that those people got to where they were through hard work, creativity, and different business ventures. So we started hustling early because you expected to be a man so that your name will be heard, so you'll be popular. You understand what I'm saying? So we started, reforming our mindset, thinking deeply. I started hustling. When I started supplying things to Coca-Cola, I was 15 years old.
Wow.
15 years people, they
That
practice.
is possible.
You know this stuff they use in carrying it's like a barrel, but you hold it, not by barrel.
Yeah.
You pack different these things. I went to Coca-Cola company. I said, I want to be supplying this stuff. They looked at me, look at you. This young man from my Port Harcourt. I said, just give it to me, give me. They tried me. I supplied even before the day. They started giving me the job. My brother. That was where. So being the positivity about this being a man of a thing.
It encourages
it encourages you to take the challenge. Because the truth of the matter is this. There's nothing like mountain. There's nothing like difficulties. It is in your mindset. Your mindset is what created that difficulty. You understand what I'm saying? When you desire anything in life, all you need to, don't look at the result. Start the process. The process, you will grow in the process. You will make mistakes in the process. Because process matters a lot than the result. Because that's what builds you as a person. You understand? So by the time you get to your result, you will not be looking at that result any longer. You will be seeing someone who has been built. You understand the point? So these challenges of life, this expectation of the society within the confines, the milieu I grew up, helped me so much. You understand what I'm saying? Massage my male ego to be able to stand on my feet to ensure I answer my father's name really. Answering your father's name takes a lot.
So how has it impacted you, my guy?
Well, I enjoyed his testimony. And, I do want to share something with you.
Okay.
Now, I think what Remy said has to do with, building yourself, positively and materially as well. Now, I think my own part has to do with having this mental strength to detach yourself, away from things that are having negative impact to your life, or things that would have negative impact to your life. Now, let's say, for example, for someone like me, I used to be chain smoker in the past. Whereas, early in the morning, when I'm about to come out for work, I'll get a pack of cigarettes. Before break in the office, I'll maybe have to buy another pack of cigarettes. Before I close from work, I'll still have to buy another one. I used to be a bad smoker. At the end of the day, I may end up smoking like 3 to 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
Jeez, that's crazy. That's massive, bro.
Well, along the way comes a day when I thought that this is surely a bad thing to me, because it has negative impact on my health. And as well, I wouldn't like my grown up son to, come and notice that, hey, his father is a smoker too. That kind of thing. So I once made up my mind that I'm never going to smoke again. I had this pack of cigarettes in my car and a lighter. You know what I did? I pulled them out of my pigeonhole and put them on the ground. If you were there, you would thought that I lost my senses. I told the cigarette to jump up, light itself, and put itself in my mouth.
That is interesting.
It didn't. And from there on, I understand that since I'm the only person that can take this cigarette, put it in my mouth and light it up, that I am never going to smoke again. And since then, in fact, I hate to have a sense of, smell of cigarette smoke right now.
That's
This
interesting.
Nas,
That's
this
very
this
interesting.
testimony is
Very interesting.
wow. To
It's
be
wow.
honest, to be honest.
Honestly, so now
There is nothing you cannot do.
there's
There's
nothing
nothing you
can.
cannot do.
Yeah. So now, at the beginning of this program, I said something like, "Be a man, be a man." Now, does crying make you guys less of a man?
Crying.
Yes.
Wow. Crying.
Don't even go there. It shouldn't be
Does-
contemplated at all.
Does it make you less of a man? Because now there's this music that one of these Nigerian musicians sang. I think MI. They say something about men don't cry and everything, showing their emotion is like weakness in the society. Now, how do you guys see it?
Well, as for
Does it
me,
makes you less of a man?
as for me, I don't see any way crying makes you less of a man in any way. Because after all, there are various things that can make you cry.
Yeah.
You may cry out of joy, elation, happiness. You know what I'm saying? You may also, cry out of emotional pain for someone, not even yourself.
Yeah.
What I do see crying as is that makes you human, not less of a man, but that shows that really you are a human after all.
Yeah.
You may cry out of emotional pain
Yeah.
over something you thought of. It doesn't have to be, something that could make you look, less of a man.
Yeah.
You could cry out of, love for someone you love, of course. It may be your
But
spouse, it may be your
don't you think that's
parents.
That's a weakness. Like make you cry.
I was just thinking about
Yeah, you
this
understand?
thing,
As I
crying
said,
on the thing.
It depends on what you cry over.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are various things that could make you cry. And after all, crying, is something that shows that you are human. It portrays the human part of you, but not
Sorry to interrupt.
that is
Sorry to
attributed
interrupt
to
you.
you.
You can interrupt
Have you ever in any situation
Yes.
cried before? Has any situation made you, brought you down to the extent, not in the terms of joy,
Yes.
maybe
that-
challenges?
Yes.
Yes.
Personal challenges, you cry and tears comes out. Is it internal cries or maybe the time you see women do?
Yes, of course. Let me share one moment with you. I think there was a time I was broke.
You were broke.
Yes.
Now I can make every man cry.
No, let me take you there.
Yeah.
I was broke then, and my mom called me to request me to buy something for her, and I couldn't meet her. As I couldn't stand up to that, that pain made me cry.
Okay, this is an emotional cry.
Indeed.
Mhm,
It's quite deep, really.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I tend to want to look at it from different perspectives.
Yeah.
Okay. There are so many things that in my life, there was a time I was trying to take cognizance of so many activities that had broken me down as a man.
Yeah.
And I used to see myself as this Superman.
Hmm.
Superman, as in,
Superman.
no matter, because of the kind of training I had,
Yes.
I told myself, whatever that can make me cry, I must find a solution for it in order to reverse that situation.
This is what
But-
to be a man.
That's what I'm saying. So I faced a lot.
Yeah.
You see, one of the biggest things that can make a man cry indeed is that when you've gotten to that state of mind, you look at this place, look at here, no solution to things. that you need to sort out as a man.
Yeah.
And when you look at your friends, your peers, and all that,
Yeah,
it seems as if the world is against you. Faced with severe situations where you sleep, look for sleep will run away from you. Just because your mind is not at rest, you are looking for a way out. And one of these situations where I try to look left and right to find a solution to see how to salvage my situation, I went into the deepest part of my soul. What can be done? I started thinking about people, even on the bed that I was laying down, the people who thought about it. I looked at the lightnings. Some people, on their creativity, make this thing to be. I say, excuse me, young man, you have no excuse whatsoever. I was talking to myself, I was preaching to myself. I said, you have no excuse, whatever. What I did, I went and invested in books. So I must find solutions. And one of those books, there was one particular book, Think and Grow Rich. I saw a place that whatever you are suffering is as a result of your ignorance. There's a solution for everything. I thought about this and I thought about these things. And I started being strategically, buy this book, read and read. My mind opened up. I learned the act. That was when I started learning. That was when I learned the act of giving. Being generous. No matter how small, you must impact people's life. And when you do that, when I started doing that, I tailored it towards my other business activities, things start changing. That was what changed my situation. That I can save for a very, 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 very long time that I have not lacked. Just because of the fact that I challenged myself. There must be a way out for every situation. So with that phrase, being a man, whether it's good or not, the challenges that comes with it, my dear, face your fears.
Face your fears.
Like you discover that your fears will be running away from you guys. So
that's how it was. Face your fears, guys. Too. Being a man is not actually easy.
It's not easy
at
all.
So now let's look at the women aspect, the female aspect of this thing now. So don't forget, you can follow us on Click Naija. You can drop your comments on our Facebook handle and also on our YouTube handle. We'll read your comments for you so that you can even contribute into the program and follow us Click Naija at Click Naija 1 for more gists. So Remo.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, let's start with Suleiman. Now, what are some of the pressures that the female gender puts on men?
Let me take you somewhere, because the pressures are, numerous. You won't even know that until you've gotten married and given birth to so many children. Because let's start with the ladies' pressure themselves. There are some sort of, women that have this mentality of, this buy me that syndrome. Some of them do have that. She may just be, browsing through her phone, browsing Amazon, AliExpress or what have you. She sees this, babe, buy me this.
They don't send you.
As if you are Central Bank of Nigeria. They don't put things into consideration. Some of them doesn't appreciate whatever you do.
Yeah.
That's the most painful aspect of it.
That's the most painful aspect of many.
As a man, you shoulder so much responsibility.
Yeah. Some females, let's say some females.
Some females, exactly.
You have responsibility to your community. You have responsibility to her as your wife. You have responsibility to your kids. You have responsibility to your parents. You have responsibility to friends and other people out there that you don't even know that require assistance from you.
And you also have a responsibility to yourself.
Indeed, Mr. But sometimes they don't put these things into consideration.
Yeah, at all.
All they do is same thing. Buy me this, buy me that.
Let me take up from here.
Honestly, you see, women can bring so much pressure.
Indeed.
Sincerely, I had never wanted to do what is called white wedding again. After my first experience, I never wanted to do white wedding because I know what it entails. It takes, and if someone like me, I cannot want to organize any occasion, and I want to do it small. I don't have such kind of mentality. Except, let me not do it again. It's better I don't do it at all. Do you understand? So I told my woman, I don't want to engage into any wedding. But over time, when I check my yearly activity programs, she will follow me and check wedding was not there. Mood will change. This is personal experience, talking about my wedding expenditures and the pressures women bring, whether mother, wife, girlfriend, and all that. You understand? So on this one, my fiance put some pressure. Stylishly, she always look at my activities and programs for the year, and she discovered there was no wedding in it. That always changes her mood. She will just stop talking. Before you know it, she start complaining.
Typically.
Seriously. Start complaining. So you are being self-centered. You are thinking about any other thing. You're thinking about childbearing. But the wedding, you don't plan for it. So over time, I thought about it. I said, goodness me. Let me not be too self-centered, as she highlighted in one of her commentary. I decided, I said, okay, I am going to have my wedding March. The next thing, the challenges of funding it
came up.
The pressure of being a man. How do I handle it? You understand? And it wasn't in my program for the things I actually planned. Because I knew what was going to cost me. By the time I started listing what it was going to cost me, it was almost running to 20 million naira. I said, goodness me. This is not a waste. This is not going to be a waste. I tried to resist the temptations. Pressure started coming to me personally. I think of what I can do with that money. If I do invest it here, invest that there, at the time I tell myself, it's everything investment. You see, I was trying to encourage myself, even when I was sweating. Because I knew I was not going to escape from it. Yet I was thinking of how I was going to escape from it. You understand? So pressures are so much, pressures women brings in are so much. At the end of the day, after the wedding, you salute yourself first. You now know what you have gone through. So the pressure is waster and it's real. It's crazy, I must say. You understand? Sometimes you can't just run away. Just like what Suleiman was talking about. The pressure of caring for your kids, that one is the most challenging aspect of it. Because children does not understand whether economy is bad or not. They must gas kids, man. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. And if God punish you, your loved one now fell ill. Maybe cancer or whatsoever. May God forbid. But we experience this.
Yes,
you understand? So we experience this. You now start asking yourself, daily hospital and all that, donating blood. So many challenges. The issue is this. How do we handle this thing? In my own final thought, I don't know how you are going to. You understand? My own final thought. How to handle these situations. My dear, do your best and leave the rest to God.
Amen. That's do your best. He has said his final thoughts. Do your best and leave it to God. Very lovely way to end it. Suleiman, let's hear your final thoughts.
Well, as for me, I do want to, extend this word of advice to, our upcoming generation out there. Whatever you do in life, have this as a man. Determination, focus, and spirit of resilience. And also, always do remember that you shouldn't be a mourner all the time.
Yeah.
Do not regret your experience, because without that very experience, we couldn't have imagined where we would be today.
Exactly.
And our life is an amazing gift, to those of us who overcome great obstacles in it. And always remember that attitude of one is everything.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's great, man.
Great.
I learned a lot from that. So now, what's your final thought in this matter?
I don't.
Because does it mean that you don't face any challenges as a man?
We have all expressed the whole challenge. So my final thoughts are these now. I think we have reached the end of our program and this enlightening discussion. As you all know, Remy, Suleiman have said it all. If I add anything, I just want to add. But let's end it here. So and with that, we have reached the end of our discussion. And remember that being a man is not about fitting into a stereotype, but it's about embracing your true self and supporting others to do same. Do you understand? Embracing your true self and supporting others to do same. Until next time, stay true, stay kind, and see you soon. My name is Nasir Yunusa, and
I'm Remy Okenwa.
And I am Suleiman Gane.
Thanks, man.